Hi guys, so I'm giving you a little virtual tour of the Burren Nature Sanctuary. So this is our waterfall garden. We're in April in the COVID-19 era, so the waterfall's turned off. We have some ramsons, some orchids popping up, the rest of the Botanical Collection. So it's outside, and then we go around to the collection of native trees, our herb signs with traditional uses for the local native herbs, our herb beds, and this is our botany bubble with the collection of Burren flora. So you can see marsh orchids just coming up. We're just in April at the start of spring. Some cowslips and all the other orchids will be orchid, and early purples, pyramidals, locales just coming up in the orchid rich grassland, and water feature, which is our exhibit of how the turlock works around the Burren Adventure Playground towards the green road, and some of our donkeys over there. Hi guys! And that is our Airbnb. You can see the botany bubble and the nature sanctuary. Some of our rescue donkeys. Hello Nolly. They love the tourists. They like trying to get biscuits off them. Sandwiches. Hi guys, come and say hello. And that's a broodmare French lynch. Hi guys, Bobby Joe and Busby. Hey Busby. Hi Busby, just a little bit closer, I can't reach you. And Nolly and French Lynch. See the Burren Challenge Adventure Playground. So we continue on to meet the Boreen, or the Green Road. Green Road was a public thoroughfare for people in days gone by. They would have used it to come down to the water, which is down at the bottom, to water their animals, because there wasn't any water on the neighbouring farms. It is very beautiful. We have primroses, dog violets, and as you can see, dandelions. And we're just at the beginning of spring now in April. The wall you can see a drumlin landscape with little round hillocks where glaciers would have dumped piles of stones in the Ice Age. Cowslip. And some of our interpretation for children, the fairy trail, which is stories about the fairies to get children to walk around to the next one, and the bird box treasure hunt, questions about the Burren. We're out in force at the moment. Lovely food for the bees and the insects. This is where the farmers would have brought their animals to the water, so the tide is in at the moment. Which means the turlock is here, fresh water. You'll see it a little better from over here. That's the bird hide for watching overwintering birds. There's a schematic here for how it works. So as you can see, when the tide is out, the turlock drops down. This is the Blackwater River, an underground river out to the sea, Dungrow Castle. When the tide is in, our lake pops up, and it's fresh water, even though it's tidal. Fresh water, even though it's tidal. So you can see at the moment the tide is in, and you can see the level of flooding from the winter. The white on the bushes, so that's the level. That's the flood water. Looking around a 15-acre organic wildflower meadow, which will be in bloom in the next couple of weeks. Animals taken off it in March. Once we're having our own blossom festival with blackthorns. So the blackthorns come out, the flowers come out before the leaves. So all the blackthorn is blossoming at the moment. And then after the blackthorn we will get the hawthorn. So the hawthorn leaves come out first and then the flowers. Just coming up to the wishing hut. So there are shelters at 5-minute intervals around the mile-long walk. And that's the way down to the wild garlic wood. A lovely wild bumblefoot there. So just at the end of the wildflower meadow walk, we're coming to the Gypsy Wagon shelter where you can take a rest if you need to. This is our burn flora, otter, bat, pine marten, stoat, slowworm, no snakes in Ireland. And the Gypsy Wagon shelter is getting some maintenance because we're shut from COVID-19, but it is a beautiful place to relax and take a little break or shelter if there's a shower of rain. And we head into the Rocks Walk. There's 25 acres of undisturbed shattered limestone pavement with bushes and ash trees coming up as a reserve for nature and biodiversity. Typical of the Burren. And we even have a doline here, which is a collapsed underground cave. So it's a depression in the land, you can see from the cave systems under the ground. Just continuing through the shattered limestone pavement. And we'll go to our next around the corner. Here we have interpretive panels for the different flowers at different times of year. And going down to our treehouse shelter. If anybody needs to take a little break, I can pop in here and have a rest. This sanctuary is a 50-acre site, and there's 25 acres of undisturbed wilderness for animals and birds and insects to take sanctuary. How, because there haven't been any animals grazing in this area, how the trees are taking over and it will revert to a forest. We're moving more and more into the woodland area now. I'm going towards the hazel woodland. And you can see some of the butterflies that are out at the moment, the brimstone, mysore and the wood white so far in April. And the next shelter before we get to the hazel woodland is the seesaw shelter, so that you can have a rest here or have a go on the seesaw. I'm going to do try and do a time-lapse video of the fairy woodland. So after the fairy woodland you have the famine village, which is a group of little dwellings. As you can see here, they're absolutely tiny, no windows or chimneys, and they would have been thatching their roofs with hazels like this coppiced hazel here. And we call it the famine village. The archaeologists said it could be a lot older. For instance, this dwelling has a curved wall which indicates Iron Age, but they haven't had time to do any research on it. We found oyster shells, middens, when we were making the path, which showed that he said hundreds of people were living here. We might have been getting up to in days gone by. To the round field, so very close to the famine village. there is a round field where in the olden days people would have kept their stock, perhaps penned them in. There's some butterflies. And it was also used as a garden because the little stones around the inside walls showed that they were cultivating it at some point, so maybe growing vegetables. So we'll come back towards the Burren Nature Sanctuary and we'll see some of the animals. So there's Frank, he's an orphan. He was reared by a bottle, he's a llama. Amelia, who is our Juliana pig. Hi Amelia, are you having a sunbathe? She does the fairy pig walk. And Dyson, as you can see, he's completely dug up his paddock. So Amelia's in a nice fresh paddock, she doesn't dig. Look what you've done to your paddock, Dyson. Yeah, you've made a big mess, haven't you? Haven't you? Hello. Hi. Hi. Are you sunbathing? Oh my gosh. Look at your muddy nose. You're sunbathing. Yeah. Hiya. We have some goats. Pygmy goats. Hi goats. Chino and Mocha. Hello, how are you? You come say hello. And Millie. Frisky. Hi Frisky. So Frisky is a Burren feral goat. She was rescued off the mountain and she was abandoned by the flock when she was born. Her mother ran off, got confused, and a farmer rescued her. She's my favourite. And you can see Hannah over there, and they have this nice pile of rocks. Spotted a wild pheasant. You can see him there. And I think because people aren't visiting at the moment, the wildlife have become a little bit braver. More of the animals you can see at the Burren Nature Sanctuary. Grace Birmingham. And there's Roy Birmingham.
Piece of decking.
The animals you might see at the Burren Nature Sanctuary, they're still getting a bale because the grass hasn't completely come in yet. So that is Bailey, Toffee, poor old Molly, who's about 35 years old, and Belt and Buckle is Petal, a Highland cow, and Belt and Buckle. Belted Galloways having a little rest under a tree. New eco venue where we do workshops and have groups. It's a really beautiful building. Indoor play area. It's all connected to the Burren with the info panels. So you can learn about nature and the Burren as you play. You can see where all the plants come from. The Arctic, the Alps, tropics, they all bloom together on the Burren together. An area. And cafe area. We have lovely evoker rugs. And pearls. And these guys. They're rather lovely.